Hello.
Hello, everybody. Oh, sorry for the
Maybe
yawning.
yawn straight off the bat.
Oh, God.
We are starting more than a little bit late due to Windows Update.
Yeah.
Windows Update.
Everyone loves Windows Update.
I turned on the stream PC about a quarter of an hour before we meant to come on, and it went installing updates. Oh crap! And it was doing that up until about 22, and then OBS decided it was going to throw a fit.
Right.
So,
Bioshock Remastered.
Bioshock. You have never played Bioshock, you monster.
I have memories of playing about like half an hour of it when it was first released on Xbox.
Okay. I'm assuming you're well aware of a lot of the stuff that goes on in this game.
I am aware of they're not meme related. They're just fairly well known, like Big Daddies and is it Big Daddies?
Big Daddies are in this game, yeah.
Yeah,
I dropped us to brightest everything earlier, so we should be okay.
Injecty type malarkeys and the fact that it's set in like futuristic oldie times.
Futuristic oldie times. Good description.
Like, I think aesthetically it's like what, 50s?
No, it's Art Deco, so it's
so a lot later than that.
30s, 40s, really.
30s, 40s, okay. But there's obviously modern technology like submarines and vending machines.
Modern-ish. Basically, it's alt. I mean, it'll become clear as we start going, but basically, it's an alternative. It's the idea is that during about the 40s, this man went away and went, "I'm going to build my own society."
Yeah.
How are you feeling on spoiler stuff? Like, do you want me? Like, do you want me to bring stuff up as it comes that will be relevant later, or do you want me to leave it?
I honestly don't mind. Whichever works better for the stream.
It's up to you because I don't want to spoil stuff. I don't want to.
New game.
Yep.
Do you want to have a look in the graphics, or have you set it all up?
It's all set up. I set it up earlier. It's set to as high as it'll go. I've adjusted this as well so that
So I want right in the middle.
No, I had it set so you could it was set correctly. You can yeah, that's fine. Just leave it there because it was when I first turned it on, it was like way up.
It's probably me playing it very slightly for like 5 minutes. Save changes.
No, I think that's just the default.
Easy.
I would leave it on easy for streaming.
Are you trying to say I'm some kind of noob?
It's not.
It's filthy casual.
It's not an overly difficult game. There's actually one of the neat things about this is you can make it really hard. Like there's if you die, you go back to what's called a Vita chamber, which is basically that's the thing.
Why do children take so long to grow? They eat and drink like pigs. I need to find a way to speed this process up.
So the game actually takes place in 1960.
Yeah.
They told me, son, you're special.
I did turn on subtitles, but I might have to turn back on.
If I press start, will that skip the cutscene or bring the pause
it won't do anything. I tried it earlier.
You know what?
Okay.
They were right.
I mean, the first chance we get to pause it, would you like to turn subtitles on?
We'll see. We'll see if they come on by themselves in a minute.
Yeah. It's a very wet Bioshock. Where is up? It looks like you landed before most of the plane.
Presumably you jumped out.
Yeah.
So this doesn't look particularly impressive these days, but when this came out on the Xbox 360, Jesus Christ, it was gorgeous.
Now I remember this from originally playing it, is that, yeah, it, like, to guide you in, it like sets fire to the places you're not allowed to go.
Well, it doesn't, because when I tried it briefly earlier, if you actually go that way, it doesn't. You can just swim out to sea for ages.
Oh, fair enough. Like, to go in that direction, it was...
Yeah, it does guide you, because it's like, you're meant to be in the middle of like you're in the middle of the Atlantic, you're not anywhere near any land masses. This lighthouse is just on a rock in the middle of the ocean. It's also where... Have you played any of the Bioshock games?
Nope.
This is this lighthouse makes a prominent appearance in Bioshock Infinite.
Let's have a quick look at subtitles.
They should be on. I think it was just a cutscene didn't have them.
Oh, fair enough.
So this this visual, that quote, actually was my wallpaper on my computer at work for a while.
Hello, Dave.
But like the no gods or kings, only man, there's actually a plaque you walked past with another message on it.
Hmm.
In what country is there a place for a people like me, Andrew Ryan? Which is basically mostly supposed to be why he started his own place. But the concept of no gods or kings, only man is actually something that resonated with me quite strongly. Like the concept of like, I'm not a religious person, I am not like, the idea that everyone works hard and like how hard you work you are rewarded is actually something that I don't think is necessarily bad, but as a game this highlights some of the issues with taking that as like your main policy. Bathysphere.
Art, industry, and science.
This opening is iconic.
10 fathoms. 15 fathoms.
I love it because if you go into this blind, you have no idea why that's there or what it means.
I am Andrew
Yeah,
Ryan,
subtitles are on.
and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture.
Huh.
City where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small.
That's an important quote in general there.
With the sweat of your brow, rapture
The scientists would not be bound by petty morality. It's like,
Oh, hello, friend. Are you friend?
he's just a man in a diving suit doing some repairs. You can ignore him.
Mm-hmm. That's me. Are splicers friendly?
Very.
Fire plasmid.
Oh, it actually recognises it was Xbox One controller, not Xbox 360. That's neat.
Fire plasmid, fire weapon, switch weapon, switch plasmid, I guess.
They'll come up it'll come relevant as you find plasmids and weapons.
Death gurgle.
Sounds of exertion. Sounds more like attacking him with metal swords, but you know, exertion. Okay, question to know how you are for spoilers. Did anything about that line, like anything you know before about this game?
What, that don't...
That's fine. If you don't know what I meant, you do not know the spoiler. It's fine. I just wanted to know if there was, like, if you were aware of something that's a big twist in the game, which it would have told, which if you already knew it, would have been clear.
I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're gonna need to draw out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
So that's where you respawn if you die.
Okay.
You can, there's actually an option for like a hardcore version of the game where you can just turn them off. But if you actually look around, all this stuff tells you. There's a lot of environmental storytelling. So there's like all these placards on the ground that say things, Rapture is dead, implying people are trying to get out. There's like all this baggage near the bathysphere.
Yeah, because he was just like, I want to leave. Like he was, So games like this often don't give you an enemy you can't physically kill, but not like in this early in the game. I don't know. I heard something drop.
Yeah, some bags falling over.
I'm gonna pretend it's not. I'm just gonna walk.
Just a bit further.
Hello.
How do you like that, mister? Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer sealed Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
Every day, and she always sent them back. You call that gratitude?
Everything is very dark.
It's meant to be. Because it's using light to lead you.
I've played Dark Souls. I've seen that.
Control myself. I can.
Take all.
Yep. You don't need to heal, so I wouldn't do that right now. It's best to save it.
Hmm.
It's a very atmospheric start to the game. It sort of sets your tone. Because the thing is, it's not
I
really...
assume health for eating potato
Yes.
chips. Save them for when I might be injured and come back here, because this looks like a hub.
It's a very linear game.
Oh, okay.
It's
This looks
more
like
your
something I'm
classic.
about to...
Yeah, it gives the impression of being much less linear than it is.
No,
you
it
will
just-
occasionally walk back through the same areas, but not very often. And
I just meant more that this place looks like somewhere I might go to in a minute once I unlock the door.
yeah,
So I thought I'd
this
leave the food
area
on
is
the
not very
table.
large. This is like an introductory area.
Plasmids.
So this is you've talked about this to me about this before, about what you remembered of the game. You have seen this bit before.
I remember very small amounts of being able to like inject myself with something.
Yeah, that's what this bit
Nothing
is.
in these corners. Okay, good. Electro bolt. Why would you do this?
It is explained.
No. I mean, why would he think to do that?
It is explained.
Oh, okay.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
Everything is fine. The subtitles are massively spoilery for this game.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him. Let's buck weak. You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow, always have been. You'll be no better off with metal daddy, little fish. See you floating from my
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
In Bioshock 2, there's a part of it where you play briefly as a little sister. Do you know what that girl is? and you see the world how they see it, and it's fucked up.
First time plasma's a real kick from a mule, but there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
You see it's consumed some of the blue at the top.
Yeah. Now my concern was who in their right mind would look at this and go, well, hell, and stab themselves.
It will be explained in time.
Yeah, that's fine. Just like what was going through this guy's head to go, I know, I'll just inject this and I guess I can now open doors. I assume these restore...
Some things restore Adam and some things restore health.
Cool. I guess that's why they're both there. Oh, God. Not a very fast movement.
We are wading through water.
Hello, friend.
So now you see you've got two on your top left. You've got 2 health packs and 2 Eve hypos. So that's basically like your reload for that.
Give him the combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch.
I'm really crawling from you alone.
God, so many cables.
Was this the one that just slid across? It didn't look like it.
You can hear another one somewhere.
I didn't touch her.
I'm guessing I don't have to. I could just go and wail on him, I'm guessing. Like when he was like, remember the 1-2 punch?
Yeah, you don't have to. You can just go and whack them in the
So
face.
how do I heal my Epo?
Your Eve.
No, my Eve, sorry.
It's like a reload thing.
Is it once I run out, it just does it again, or can I press a button to manually do it now?
You can manually do it now. I cannot remember what the button is because it's been a while since I played it.
I'm guessing it wants me to leave.
You can still hang around and do stuff, but...
I'm not a bad person.
Fuck.
Come on.
Oh, equip and fire weapon. Hold R2 to kill a stunned enemy. Okay. I'm guessing I can press and hold it to finish
Right,
it.
so you're now out of Eve, so you're going to need to reload. So try pressing left bumper. There we go.
Oh, there we go. So once I'm out, it just lets... Okay. I meant more for the manual, like knowing I was going to a big fight, I could be like, I'm going to juice up now and waste a shot, but...
So they've just broken these lifts, which is very helpful.
This one might... It always says don't get in a lift in a fire, but you know...
But, you know, nothing else to do.
I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's...
Creativity, independence.
Creativity.
Yeah.
I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now. But you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family.
Come up with a weird, like... Oh, is it just saying it's going to hit something?
I actually don't think Bioshock's a horror game, really.
No, it's... I wouldn't quite call it a horror game. It's like, for a
It has
start...
horror
it's-
elements.
yeah, it's just quite...
This is happening before and none. Why aren't you here? Why is it today and not then when you were warm?
How easy is it to sneak up on something in this game? I don't want to stand up.
Teeth. Oh,
I want to grot her with a wrench.
no, 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 no. Baby, oh.
No, there isn't a sneak attack. Oh well.
Plasma's changed everything.
Her kid was a revolver.
Can I still use the wrench?
Yeah.
Yay! How many bullets do I have? Cool, reserve the wrench then.
Strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
This game is very story driven, so whenever he's talking, I would pay attention.
Yeah, he was saying about how that once people had plasmids, they started going a bit.
Yeah, just making sure you're paying
Crazy.
Were paying
Yeah.
attention. So you got Happy New Year 1959, so you get a rough idea now of the time scale. This has all happened in a year, because in that 1959 New Year, everything was fine. But you're now in 1960, and everything really isn't. Yeah, so you hold A, it'll play that audio diary.
Well, I won't now, I don't think, will it?
Yep.
Okay.
Brenda, you care to tell me why you had a hole in the wall the size of Plymouth Rock coming out of your crapper going on 3 weeks now? Nah, I ain't saying I'm Shakespeare. I'm trying to run a respectable theater. I got wicked folk coming in from Port Neptune trying to catch a loose diversion. And all I can think about is the stink coming out of your shitter. Get it fixed.
If that's the way I've got to go, let's go downstairs and... I saw you, shadow of a man. Where you at? Money? Where is he?
It's behind you. It's you. I was like you were actively looking at him, and then you went, "Look behind you." I was like,
I killed him. I'm sorry. I may or may not have killed Charlie. Ah, you have a gun. Oh shit, I did hit her. Sorry. A lead head splicer.
because
Okay.
she had a gun, so she's a leadhead.
I assume money becomes relevant later.
Yeah.
I'm also assuming that it's not... A little goes a long way.
So you just drank. You see, your Adam just went down because you drank wine. So your health goes up if you drink alcohol, but you lose magic basically.
Interesting. Okay.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
Awesome.
Achievement unlocked. Toaster in the tub. I just realised it's so much brighter on that screen. I can just like, I can see exactly what's going on.
I'm assuming later I find enemies with plasmids.
That's what splicers are.
Yeah, just so far none of them seem to have, like, useful ones like electro bolt. Or at least they're not using them.
I'm out and you're stuck in Festus. Working. Imagine my surprise. Oh, guess I'll have another drink.
Is he smoking?
Here's a toast
You've got
to
more
the
Adam, but your health went down.
silliest girl in Rapture. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Silly.
So I need to go back up where I was before and back down again. Oh. Hey, bud.
So there's your timeline. It happened on whatever happened on New Year 1959.
Now these enemies that are popping up, are they continuously respawning?
No.
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute?
I'm guessing don't blast the little girl.
Yeah, that's a little sister.
Why can't I shoot her in the head?
Because he told you not to.
Okay.
Do you think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster.
When you stop speaking.
Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, well, that don't count for much down in Rapture.
So,
Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
I quite like this because it's like, it makes you think you're balancing, but there's no way to fall off.
Yeah.
It's like, it's quite good.
Though I have this bit as someone who worked in theatres and has seen lighting rigs, that does slightly tilt me out. That you do not build a lighting rig that looks like that.
But why wouldn't I kill her? Like, what reason do I have for not killing her?
You'll find out momentarily.
And I couldn't have gone around the outside. Oh, okay, okay. So,
Yeah. But you see the game, like when he told you to, the game disabled your gun because he told you couldn't
Yeah.
shoot, so you couldn't shoot.
That's fair. I'm assuming she's now going to see me. Oh.
No, but you get to watch this happen.
Uh-oh.
Enter Big Daddy.
I'm looking for a way out because I assume at some point he's going to come after me.
He's got no reason to come after you. You haven't attacked her. If you don't attack the little sister or the Big Daddy, they'll leave you alone. You can actually like safely walk up to them all the time. But you couldn't leave before because you couldn't use your gun. So now you can use your gun. You can hit the thing or your.
It just gave me a revolver. I already have one. Hidden in his inventory was revolver and...
Yeah, so you got some ammo from it.
Yeah, it was revolver and ammo, that was the weird thing.
You probably should save.
Oh, save?
Yeah, so press the start button. The hamburger.
Hamburger.
That's what they're called. Just hit new save, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
This computer.
Oh, so there isn't a specific place to save in this then, you just save it manually as you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an actual PC game.
Different corpse. Dollars. Dollar. So that was the man she was stabbing repeatedly.
With like a little syringe thing, yeah, she was taking Adam out of him.
Okay. Is Adam just human essence, basically, then?
No, that will also get explained later on what it
Okay.
all is.
Cool.
Like, the game does explain to you a lot of what's going on.
I assume just going past these, that becomes my new respawn point.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Hello. Now, should I be using the revolver? Is it something I will find a lot of information, like, ammo
We
for?
put you on easy. On easy mode, you will find enough ammunition that you can use whatever you want. Basically, the difference between difficulty mode is basically the number of enemies and the amount of ammo you find. But basically, everything you've come across so far has dropped revolver ammo.
That's what I mean, like, I currently have 29 rounds. Is there any point, like, I might need this ammo to engage something a bit more dangerous, or...?
Generally Big Daddies.
So they killed a Big Daddy?
They probably just found it, to be honest.
I'm assuming later I get different powers that aren't just Shock Bolt.
Yeah.
So they're collecting Adam, but these are Eve. Oh god, do I jump down there? That looks kind of deathy.
Eve hypos, yeah.
So it's called Eve, but it restores your Adam. I guess that's...
No, they're actually two different things.
So your Eve is the amount of magic you have.
Yeah. Eve is consumable. Adam changes you. So like Adam is what you use to unlock abilities. Like you used an Adam hypo to get electroshock, and then Eve is what you use to restore and gain the ability to throw lightning.
Oh, okay. So I used an Adam I used the electric Adam hypo.
Yeah.
Awesome. That makes more sense now. Okay.
So we have that. If that bothers you, we can actually turn off that arrow at the top of the screen.
No, that's fine. It's telling me where to go. That's why I'm going the opposite way at points. Because it seems like the kind of game that you'll find little secrets like that.
You will, but like I said, it's fairly limited. Like you get to explore these little areas, but
Wait, there's storage crates I should have been... Oh god, I did not mean to drink those.
You just drank 2 bottles of scotch.
I'm in the pains now.
You lost a hell of a lot of Eve to it.
Yeah. I have 9 already. I feel like that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah. Like you said, we put on easy for a reason. Oh. Ow. Hello, Dave. To just shoot that.
Something blew up. Oh look, more of them.
Okay.
How generous of them to all line up in that pool of water.
They shut off access to Neptune. There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting
actually, there's some things at the end of this game that are left unexplained. It's like they all sort of tie together. There's some questions of how you'd set them up to be that way. There's a DLC for Bioshock Infinite where you play as the dimension hopping character from that coming to this world, and she basically gets blackmailed into setting up everything from this game. It kind of neatly ties the whole series together.
Fair enough.
In fact, that DLC, Burial at Sea, the DLC for Bioshock Infinite, is amazing. Because you play as a character who can't actually fight. She doesn't have the weapons. She doesn't have guns. She doesn't have the ability to use the plasmids. She has to stealth through this whole thing.
Oh, Christ! You're trapped! Gonna try to override the exit from here!
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB Wolf?
Turn around.
CIA Jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell. Or das Vidania, Jackal.
So he thinks I'm a spy, here to steal his...
This.
There are many of you. I feel like I could take them.
You can take them because you're on easy mode. Turn around again.
I mean, like, I could have taken... I feel confident in the game's difficulty level and the amount of resources I have to basically kill, like, 1,000 people.
Yeah, maybe easy was a bit of a push.
It doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm not playing this game for the gameplay aspects.
Yeah, it's mainly for story.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyway. This is mainly a story game.
This room looks half the brightness it was before.
Now you've met Andrew Ryan.
That's an airlock on either side of a tunnel.
Hmm.
Now find your way to emergency access.
So, in my opinion, this actually shows where the game has not aged well. You can try it. Start hack. And now you play pipe game.
How? So I reveal tiles and hope they take me there.
You have to reveal them and swap them.
Oh, I swapped them for the one in the
Yeah.
corner. Okay.
So this is a fairly easy puzzle because it's one of the early ones. So yeah, you've now got enough tiles you could just complete it easily.
So I take that one.
Yeah.
Switch that one to there. Oh, but I have to do it in a certain amount of time. I want a different tile. I want that one to go there. I want that one there. No. Fudge. That one there. That one.
You are so bad at puzzle games.
I am very bad at puzzle games.
You had all the pieces you needed revealed right at the start.
Huh. Nope. 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 Nope.
Yeah, you have everything you need again.
Where?
Up one.
How do I go?
Up, take one of those ones.
Oh, right. Yeah, there we go.
Jesus Christ. From the start, you had enough to go straight across there and down.
Yeah.
You can press Y to finish it and it will just fill across.
Okay, cool.
Jeez.
I'm not good at this kind of thing, James. I assume if I'd have popped that open, it would have, So, vending machine, I can choose to buy.
Yeah, you can hack it to get things cheaper, but you can just buy stuff.
Hack only armor-piercing pistol rounds. Interesting. Okay, so let's try this again and drive James insane.
Absolutely drive me
So
insane.
buyout is $10. Does that mean I can try again?
I don't remember.
So I want to find a straight line. Ew.
You're about to lose. Beep.
Whoops.
You've lost.
So I need ideally that one and then a straight. So let's try again. So can I just start? What does buyout do? Does it just automatically hack it for me?
I think so, yeah.
Well, let's not do that. Okay, so I want to turn away in that direction. want some straights. I can't find any straights. That'll work. Sure, that buys me some time. Oh fuck, that's the same thing. Do I have the right pipe, James?
No, there you go.
I want that one. And that one. See.
This is not strong
So
enough.
it's standard buckshot for the shotgun. Interesting. I assume there's a shotgun around here somewhere if I'm able to buy ammo for it.
No.
Interesting.
Ammo will sometimes be available long before the weapon is. You hacked the turret, so the turret's shooting it.
Ow. Ow. The drone making that noise.
This game predates when people called them drones.
What did I do?
You tried to security override.
If you want to use the emergency access, you'll be needing Dr. Steinman's key. He's the one that runs this place. But I don't expect him to hand it to you out of the milk of human kindness. Steinman ain't that kind, and frankly, I'm not even sure he's still human.
God, I've got
What?
a song stuck in my head now. What was that guy's name? Crap. I am the milkman of human kindness. I will save a pint for you. Not too many. Use one and then
How do I actively use one?
X, I think. Oh no, you changed to Eve, hyper, changed it, yeah, and then press X. You reload the one you currently have up. You can do the same for a health pack. I think it's Y for a health pack? No.
B.
B, okay.
$1.
It's like the most annoying dragonfly. It's like,
I've played Spyro. It's not the most annoying dragonfly. Spyro is the most annoying dragonfly. Sparks. The dragonfly from... Das is locked. Ah,
so what was he just? Brrr.
where'd it go? How do I make it through there?
Obviously there's either another route or something you need to do in the room. So I think this game actually shows it's not aged massively well. Like at the moment, it takes you from shoebox to shoebox and it says do a thing, which isn't very good in my opinion. But in terms of like plot and atmosphere, it's stellar.
Yeah. Someone's currently having a massive...
Fun time. You're not going to listen to any of the diaries you're picking up.
Oh, well, I didn't...
You picked up like 3 and not listened to any of them.
Will this listen to them in order or the most recent one?
Only the most recent.
How do I listen to the others?
You'd have to go through the menus.
Well, I'll make a better chance of... That's a rifle.
It's a Tommy gun.
That's a lot of men. Ow. Does this take the same ammo as the pistol? No, machine gun rounds.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. In real life, yes.
Well, it would be not. It would be a 9mm Tommy gun, I guess.
No, it'd be 45.
Oh, I thought it was just the fact that.
I believe anyway that the American used the Second World War Thompson took 45 pistol ammunition.
Ow, ow, ow. She's very good with that. They have like auto aim.
Well, they've had practice. But you know, you're on easy mode. Look how little health you've lost.
I have a lot of dollar.
Dollar bills, yo.
And no shotgun. No shotgun yet. Also, I suppose I can't aim this thing.
There's no iron sights now.
No. Good old reload animation.
Yeah. So this is not. This doctor is not a happy thing.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman. The daft bastard set up shop in the surgery wing. You want to find him? Just follow the blood.
He decided he could improve people without consent.
Adam presents new problems for the profession. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a wart or two, or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was
Classy guy.
when we took what we got. But with Adam, the flesh becomes clay. What excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt until the job is done?
So he went a bit nuts and went, I can just improve people however I want, infinitely.
He sounds like a stellar kind of guy.
Yeah, he started non-consensually operating on people.
I imagine they went in for one thing and he gave them another.
Initially, yes. He got to the point where he just took people.
Yeah. It's hard to see where the reticle is, if I'm honest. If there was a way to change the reticle's colour, that would be wonderful.
I wonder what year this game came out. I think it was like 2009.
2007.
If you looked it up.
No, I believe it said 2002, 2007. 2 to 7, which I guess is how long the studio? I could have sworn it was 2007.
That seems likely. Yeah, August 2007. So this game's a decade old, which is you can kind of excuse stuff like the bad iron sights and stuff.
Which is I can't see the I know it's in the centre of my screen, kinda, but it doesn't feel like it's in the centre of my screen.
There's also that it's kind of meant to be that way because you're not meant to feel like I am Superman. I can just use my gun all the time. It's meant to be like, no, you are meant to be deliberately underpowered.
Surgery's that way, so I'll go this way. What is that?
It's a health station. It will heal you.
Because I need that.
I was at German prison camp, only 16 years old when I realized I have love for science. German doctor, he makes experiments. Sometimes he makes scientific error. I tell him of this error, and this makes him angry. But then he asks, how can a child know such a thing? I tell him sometimes I just know. He screams.
Eternal Flame Crematorium. Grenade.
I thought it was a Molotov.
Oh.
What I thought he threw was a Molotov, because I was like, oh, there was a fire effect, and then boom. A nitro splicer.
When Picasso became bored of painting people, he started representing them as cubes and other abstract forms. The world called him a genius. I've spent my entire surgical career creating the same tired shapes over and over again.
Security cameras. I can hear the infernal things
Guessing I'm not supposed to be here yet, or is this like where I'm supposed to go? Should I follow the arrows? It would be better to do that.
You can do like explore if you want. You'll find all sorts of wonderful stuff. Like going down here, you can't because there's a security camera away. But if you look to your right,
that way,
yeah, you can go up there and sneak behind the camera. At least I thought you could. Maybe that's how you come back.
Oh, I can iron sights.
Oh, I stand corrected. I think you can shoot the cameras, but it's generally not recommended. They do turn around, so you can like.
So I'm guessing it's strafes and I go through, but I'm not supposed to
Yeah.
go this way yet. So
You can go that way. It gives you recommendations of where to go. It doesn't really like that's where you're. Basically, it points at your objective, not where you have to go. Like it doesn't point you like to each step of the journey either. It just always points at your objective. Congratulations, you just incinerated a body. Oh, we left some Adam behind. That's dark. So basically, tonics are like buffs. You equip a couple of them at a time, so you have 2 slots at the moment. So now, as long as you have that equipped, you have that Hacker's Delight buff.
okay. I'm guessing that was what was down in this room.
Probably that's it. We'll find out though. You can, yeah, you can just sit underneath it.
Press which direction? Oh, there we go. As I get at the bottom, you're like, which direction do I press? Ah, it tells me up. Awesome. Against armored targets. Cool. I have a plasmid now.
Light up, foes. 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spread.
Evolve today. Hello.
Careful. You are stood on top of the fuel.
Oh, that was what I was supposed. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I was supposed to light the fuel on fire. Right, got it. Shh. So was that area? Was that entirely missable?
Yeah.
That plasmid?
You can get it later on, but yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I think actually you do have to get Incinerate to pass something in a minute, but yes. There is plenty of stuff in this game you can just go straight past.
I'm assuming this is where we saw that drop down earlier.
Yep.
Yep.
I was thinking of this area in reverse.
Doing this bit first, then dropping in.
Yeah.
There's nothing else
If
in
you
it.
actually look at the wall, a second ago, you went past those like this ornate structure with a hole.
Which one? That one.
Yeah. Those are ducts and vents. They deliberately draw your attention that way because little sisters hide inside them. So occasionally you'll see a little sister crawl out of one.
Oh, okay, but as long as I leave them alone, they'll leave me alone?
Yeah. But if you see a big daddy like wandering around by itself, it'll often walk up to one of those and a little sister will come out. And if you decide to be an evil dick, you can kill the big daddy and shoot the little sister.
So what exactly does that get me as the player?
More Adam.
Oh, it would make me stronger, or
yeah, you can use it to buy like when you go to. The moment you've got a couple of like plasmids, you can like upgrade and buy more, and etc. 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 by trading. Adam at the upgrade stations.
Okay. I quite prefer Shock, to be honest.
That's fair. But now, if you have Incinerate, you see you've got this big ice wall in your way.
That's Twilight Fields. I don't need to go there, do I? I need to go to... Oh, hello. Okay, there's also slight tracking there, which I kind of like, and at the same time I don't.
Oh, auto-aim. That's because
Well,
you're using a controller.
But that wasn't quite auto-aim, it was kind of like drift, like it drifted with them.
Yeah.
But I automatically did it and overextended.
You can probably turn it off if it's bugging you.
Have a look. Oh, no.
Options.
Gameplay options. Adapt.
Adaptive training is to do with the enemies. Apparently not. Okay.
That's fine. I don't matter
But neat,
too
if you
much.
stop on this, you can actually see how many little sisters are still in this level that you haven't harvested.
So there are 2 of them around somewhere.
There's 2 little sisters and 2 big daddies still on this level.
Do the big daddies only appear after I attack the little sister then? Sometimes?
No, they'll be around there. Most of the time they're just floating around and you can leave them alone. They're kind of like optional bosses, in that they will only attack you if you attack them.
Oh. I don't think I... Okay, I read that as antiperspirant auto rounds. And this one's the just general stuff. Oh, should I go? No. Nope. Come on, diary. There we go.
It has been brought to my attention that some citizens have discovered ways to hack the vending machines. I should not need to remind each and every citizen of Rapture that free enterprise is the foundation upon which our society has been established. Parasites will be punished.
So that's actually something that comes from Atlas Shrugged, which this is largely based on. There's a society that they form in Atlas Shrugged where basically there's a thing like where he rents a car or someone for 25 cents a day. And one of the other characters is like, why doesn't he just give it to us? Like, because when we're here, you don't do anything for free. Like, because if everything's a trade, everything's fair. It's like their policy on it, and this is what one of the things that this game talks about. So there he was.
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Steinman. Chin up now. The Lord hates a quitter. I can hear that splicer sounding off like it's the 4th of July. Explosives are hard to come by down here. If you get your hands on one of them telekinesis plasmids, you can catch the damn firebombs and toss it right back in his gob. Or anything else that might be standing in your way.
Find telekinesis. I assume I have to go back to where I came.
Yep.
Find telekinesis, come back here and throw a bomb at that door.
Yeah. So this is what I was saying about it being largely linear. It kind of like puts you in a shoebox and gives you the impression of backtracking, but like you're actually only going back like 200 yards.
Back into the medical pavilion where there'll be new enemies.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't aged fantastically well gameplay-wise.
I mean, you say that, but like I knew that was going to happen because I've played lots of games like this.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is as well that, you know, a lot of that will be based on this. So there you go, you did need to get that incinerate plasmid.
So what was through the funeral home then? I'm going to guess that's additional stuff. Let's go
The funeral home, that was where you got the incinerate plasmid.
No, that was the place I defrosted Hill at. Twilight
Right.
Fields funeral home. There was this crematorium I went to before.
Oh yes,
fuck?
you coward!
That was cold, it's like zap. In face, bang.
Can I cap... I want her manchette.
Her mask?
No, her machete.
Oh.
Manchette.
I don't think you can get it.
No, she ran at me with a machete. That was what I was like, I want a machete instead of a crowbar.
The wrench is the only melee weapon you can have in this game. You
Yeah.
can. Yeah. Turrets are particularly vulnerable to her lightning because they're electrical.
Oh, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Denied. Someone stuffed a corpse under the desk.
Yep. It is a cheery game.
Do that out of principle. Really? Turn the lights off.
Violin strike.
Hmm?
And the violin strike on the music as well.
Engineering tonic expert.
Helps you hack turrets and things.
Oh, okay, so you get different types of...
Yeah.
I'm getting lots of upgrades that go in completely different...
That actually went the same as before. You must have accidentally not equipped the previous one.
So how do I equip those, then?
You need to go to a place to go and do it.
Oh, okay.
Later on you'll start to get, like, you've seen a couple of them broken. There's like the picture of the little sister with like the bottles stacked up on one side. Those, when they're stood up and operating, will let you... Yeah, that's actually a smart piece of AI that still holds up, is when you set them on fire, they will run into water.
It's quite cool. I still prefer Electrobolt, to be honest, but...
Not cool, man.
I assumed you were evil. Based on the fact that everything else so far has attacked me.
I don't think you ever really encounter friendlies while you're out walking around. So if you look there, on the end of the bench, there's like a note there.
That?
Yep, it says 0451.
Is that a code to a safe?
That's a code to that door.
Oh, okay. One, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shiny. Oh.
Automatic hack tool.
I assume that's a one use.
Yes.
So I assume it will give you the option on the next thing I try and hack. Do you want to hack this?
Yeah.
With the auto hack.
Yes.
So I feel like I should be blasting off magic more often. Okay, that was there, I did that bit. Side bits where she threw a corpse at me, so this was just purely... What was that? Sorry. Ow. That's it. Really? I want to go this way and down the stairs again.
Look.
What's down here?
Disappointment.
Empty storage crates.
Excuse me. Not all of them you can fix that way.
Yeah.
You can try, like, maybe you just missed it. I don't think you can get that one open. Oh no, you can.
Okay, so I can't take one, I have to take all.
Yeah. But that will kind of negate itself because the coffee restores Eve, so...
Oh, piss. I am now Kronk. Okay, not much in the supply closet.
Why is the green screen being weird over here?
What do you mean?
It's like lighting this corner up. It's like...
Is it like the monitor's not quite...
I think it's just there's a lighting thing with this corner.
I know medical pavilion is your matter, but you might want to cogitate on this. Ocean water is colder than a witch's teeth. You don't heat the pipes freeze. Pipes freeze, pipes burst, then ratchet leaks. Now, I realise you're a posh sort of geezer, and frankly, I don't give a toss if you piss or go fishing. But once Rapture starts leaking, the old girl's never going to stop. And then I'll be sure to tell Ryan he's got you to thank.
Why? took enough things to try.
I think it's before you do that, try that one, you're meant to find the power that lets you catch it and throw it back.
I figure that's why I was coming down here, was to find that power. But, you know. I do kind of like how that guy was, in the audio log, was kind of like, look, I know you're crazy, I don't really care. If this sinks, we all sink. Please stop being a dick.
Yeah. They do quite a good job at, like, realistically portraying how people act to each other in this game. There's just, like, a lot of people being like, just fix this damn shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's saying, like, look, I'm not going to tell you how to run your place. You're crazy, it's fine. Just, like, can you, like, please look after it?
He's also like, please just call maintenance and pay for repairs to your damn shop.
The German prison camp, they put me to work on genetic experiments on other prisoners. They call me das Wunderkind, the Wonder Child. Germans. All they can talk about is blue eyes and the shape of forehead.
Their shotgun.
They care about is why is this one strong and that one weak? This one smart, that one stupid. All that killing. You think the Germans would have been interested in something useful?
Oh, okay, so it's a single load. Gotcha.
I think you can get 4 shots in it, but you have to reload. It takes a while to reload. But you're using it as soon as you... There you go. If you interrupt it mid-reload cycle, it just fires what it has.
Reticle stays red. Good. Red means thing is in it.
That looks fuzzy.
Hmm?
That reticle looks really fuzzy.
I can't put on anything that looks not.
Oh, there you go, it looks normal there, but like when it's on the water, it's just like, whoa.
I understand it's probably a waste of ammo, but...
That's fine. You're finding ammo like no man's business. Doop-de-doop.
Electrobuck.
Yep, it does shock damage with your shotgun.
Save those armor piercings for when it makes me kill a daddy. Because it will probably make me kill it.
I don't actually know if you ever have to kill one. I can't remember.
A torch would be nice.
I mean, that's kind of the point of the game, though. Be dark and atmospheric. If you ever get stuck, though, if you just look at the stream preview monitor, the brightness is way turned up on that one.
Fair enough.
Chomper's Dental office key.
Okay. I guess I need to go. So somewhere is this? Somewhere is this? It's through here, I guess, like this one.
Dandy Dental. This isn't where I think it is. No, that can't be a dental office that has the thing I think of. No, that's later on. Later on there's an office you go to that has like recordings of experiments and they're just horrible. I mean, like, there's like a mind control experiment where it's like, you like that puppy, don't you? It's like, yes, I like the puppy. It's like to a child, the puppy's like, yeah, it's nice. It's like, kill it. You like, listen to this small child killing a puppy while crying the whole time, being like, don't make me do it. It's like, ugh.
Is it gonna fire bullets at me?
Not yet.
Oh, it's a baseball machine to test out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Clinical trial lot 23, Dr. Suchong, client Fontaine Futuristics. Organ telekinesis plasmid proceeding well. Lifting objects at distance presents no problem. Moving objects through space, no problem. Cannot stop speeding the bullet, but can catch and throw faster moving object. Problem not with plasmid. Problem with reaction time. Suchong just get no
Oh dear.
idea for plasmid.
Lost audio temporarily there because I stood on the cable.
You lost audio or the stream lost audio?
I lost audio. The stream gets it through the HDMI, so it should be fine.
So you have to buy more slots at the Gatherer's Garden. I imagine to buy slots I need to kill
You need
sisters and
Adam.
daddies, or
Yeah,
just,
so just-
do you also find Adam elsewhere?
You're not really using Incinerate, really, are you?
I don't like using it, but it seems to be the one that like it wants me to use a bit. So
You can trade out at any time.
hold LT to. Well, don't you have to go to a special place? It just said, or
Well, you...
yeah.
Yeah.
LT to grab objects, LT to throw them, or X to drop, LT to catch grenades and tennis balls.
If you actually turn around and look at that thing you were just using, it says on it, Gatherer's Garden. So that's what the Gatherer's Garden is, those machines.
Oh, okay, you just have to go to a machine that's working, I guess. Right, the problem is reaction time.
Threw that one back.
That's disorientating. So you have to press and hold, so if I just tap it, I'm just going to basically pick and throw at the same time.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I can also catch and then drop.
It also doesn't use much of your Eve if you look.
Yeah. Cool. $1.
I think the hand position for that one's dumb though, like that, like the first person, like, eh. Also walk around like, eh. I guess that one's dumb as well, but you have the lightning bolt going up your hand, whereas the other one's just
That's the
like,
thing, it's
I'm
kind of
walking
like,
around with like weird claw.
That looks kind of like the lightning is like causing your hand to be in that
Contour,
position.
yeah.
Like, yeah, like that's kind of like, oh, right, come on then.
So it's
Whereas this one's
constantly
just,
tasing you
like,
in your hand.
Like, I am the
It's
claw.
because like it's like you can imagine someone with a shotgun walking around like this the whole time, but when it's just like someone walking around just walking around with their hand in front of them like this the whole time, like seems strange. Oh, and Tim is playing PUBG.
So this is now where I would have gone through. You were saying there was an area when okay, so here I could have thrown the grenade back at the dude,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Now I believe I didn't actually come into here. Ew.
Clinical trial lot 44, Dr. Suchong, client Fontaine Futuristics. Subject age white male, one Roland Wallace. Can you hear me, Mr. Wallace? Yes, sir, Mr. Suchong, sir. Very well. Right, I'm introducing lot 44 now. We've codenamed the lot 44 Enrage because of its tendency to...
Sorry about that.
That was actually louder than you sneezing because there's no shock absorption for the microphone.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. At some point, I'll get around to getting an isolation shock mount thing for the microphone, and then it won't matter so much.
Oh, is that the difficulty level?
Yeah.
So would you recommend us using an auto hack here?
I mean, yeah, you can do. I'm not first. Up to you.
Sure. Why the hell not? What is inside?
Some ammo.
10,000 buck. Like, or
10
1,000.
double aught buck.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of machine gun rounds though, so you know. I was actually like low on EPO.
You can hack the cameras as well, but it doesn't really gain you much.
It's gonna gain it's not making me go left, right, left, right. Oh. I was expecting either more for it not to work. Also, how much am I crouched?
Oh, it does, just walk out your knees around your ears.
To be fair, it does crouch you that little bit further, or my head's clipping through. It's just like the...
That's such a crappy like swing.
Whereas when I swung it, and it just went like, tink. What is this? Wrench jockey. I get to hit things more.
It makes you better at using. Yes, this is your classic buff ones.
Yeah, but
you get one of each type.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There must be 3 types of. Yeah. There's a lot of upgrades then. Yeah. I assume if you kill all the sisters and daddies, you get more upgrades, so you could potentially fill all those slots completely.
Yeah. This game was. I'm not sure if it was the start or the heart or the. I think it was the start rather than the middle of like the RPG elements in games thing, where people started to get really angry about them because like every game crammed them in. This was one of the games where it was done fairly well. But like for a while, it was like every single game was like with RPG elements.
Yeah. I mean, with this, you can complete the entire game without having to worry about upgrades.
I mean, you might struggle in places if you were on one of the harder difficulties, but yes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, to complete this game on a difficulty...
We're losing... God, that's...
What?
The game just chugged a little bit there, which is odd, because, you know, the computer's more than powerful enough for a game 10 years old.
It's one of those things where, like, you could technically run through this entire game with the plasmids it gives you on the linear path and a wrench.
You need telekinesis to get past this part.
You need what, sorry?
You need the telekinesis ability to get past
that's what I mean, like... That's what I was saying, the game with just the ones... Where did it go?
There it is.
Okay, how much higher do you want me to aim? Is it dropping too much there? He keeps dropping it to the same...
I think you're not meant to be able to hit him because you need him to progress. I don't know. It was just being finicky.
I'm guessing I can kill him once the door's open. Yeah, I'm guessing once the door's open I can kill him.
Probably.
Oh.
She's not alive.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Wrong button. No, I mean, sorry, I'll let this go. Yeah, what I was gonna say was like you could complete the game with the wrench and any of the plasmids it gives you like linearly.
Yeah,
like it gives you telekinesis to get past a game point. But I'm assuming there's some plasmids that you don't need necessarily to go. I guess there's a couple.
Think, yeah, like you don't really need the bees to complete the game.
You don't need the what? Sorry,
the bees.
Yeah. Static discharger. Okay, sure. Hello, camera. Oh, how did you see me? Bad camera.
It's like your foot or something. Surgical savings! It's not really a combination of words you want to hear. Discount surgery is not something that sounds particularly good.
Now I'm terrible at these puzzles.
Yeah, I mean you can give it to me and I can do it if you want.
Sure, if you want to do the puzzle part, it's not exactly like it's gameplay.
This is where I then fuck this up completely. Oh god, this does not look like an easy one. Yeah, I've already failed it.
I mean, you can try infinite times if you want to go again. I'm not fussed. I assume it's just to get me some resources.
Yeah, let's try again. There you go, I took the piss out of you for being bad at these, and I'm going to fail again, because it's just not giving me the things I need right off the bat. Wow, that is...
I mean, auto-hack it before it kills me.
You've got plenty of health, you'll be fine.
He says, popping a health pack. So you start off with a straight... I assume you need to find a straight to put into that thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, or one of these to immediately go around the corner, but it's really, actually, like, the speed of it starting is the problem.
Because once you get past that first bit, I guess, it's just hoping that that's not...
Or that's a corner, so I'm going to have to try and stay ahead, but I don't know if I can. See, I'm fucked there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Basically, there is a specific route you have to take.
And you have to do it really quickly.
And you have to find the pieces. Do those heal me first? Or does it auto-heal you?
No, it won't. It won't auto-heal you, no.
I'm just going to use the auto-hack. Okay.
Yeah.
They're there to be used, probably for safes. Sure.
Because it had more than one set of things in it.
Can't carry any more automatic bolts or pistol. Well, I mean, I guess I should probably load them into the pistol then. Yes, I don't know how many I have. 24 rounds.
I mean, I'd still save them. There's not that many.
And that's as many as I can carry. I have 35 for the normal pistol. I have 5 anti-personnel auto rounds?
Yeah, well, because it's an automatic thing. They're useful against, like, splicers and things.
I don't have many of them. Oh well. Fun. Excuse me. Like directly under the camera. So what's through this door? Is this another way out? It's a different room. Same room. Right, okay. I keep pressing A to jump and it's not.
Why?
I know.
As in, why would you jump?
Pretty much. Like, this game doesn't seem to need a jump. Is that him?
Yep. There's a window there.
Adam.
Adam delivers us any excuse for not being beautiful. Or denies us any excuse for not being beautiful.
She won't stay still. I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong. That was too fat. This was too tall. This was too symmetrical. And now, what's this got us? An intruder. He's ugly. 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 Ugly.
But he can shoot through it.
Yeah, he's broken the glass now, so you know you can fight him. So this is where anti-personnel will be useful, because you're fighting a dude.
I have 5 of them.
They'll do, I think, double damage to him if you manage to hit him with them.
Okay, one bolt. So one shot immediately brings them out of shock. Interesting.
Yeah, he doesn't stay shot for very long because he's a boss.
Well, it wasn't that. It's like I shocked him, and then the first bullet unshocked him. For 35 anti-personnel rounds. Interesting.
You alright? It was time somebody took care of that sick bastard. Make sure you get the key off Steinman and head back to emergency access. I'm working my way to the backside of Port Neptune myself.
So, interestingly, if you look behind you again, you look over that corner.
Oh, that corner, yeah.
Because you had that guy who was radioing, who left a message being like, "Fuck's sake, sort out your pipes."
Mm.
And then you have actually, like, they actually bothered to put in his office broken pipes.
Yeah. I misheard that dude just now. He was like, "Make sure you get the key off Steinman." Or Steinbach, whatever. It's like, what I thought you said was, don't forget to get, like, the something diamond. And I was like, the Chaos Diamond, I think he said. I was like, The what do you need me to get? Like,
so that's how you came in.
Yes, I assume not back where I came.
I mean, this is all part of the boss fight area, but like, if you were having difficulty on a high difficulty level, there's the health station and some more ammo and stuff.
Oh, the drawer ejected me up. How nice.
There's a safe there.
There's a what?
There's a safe.
A safe?
Yeah, there is.
Oh. Is this a... Oh,
It's
it's
an
an
easy
easy safe. Yay! Oh, well, it still starts horrendously, though.
Yeah, it's going much slower. Not slow enough, though.
Ow. Okay. It's going to do it every time, isn't it?
They thankfully got rid of this minigame in Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite.
Oh. This is piss. This is ludicrous piss. Why is there not a single piece I can use? I need some straight ups now.
You've
That'll
got everything
do.
you need now. Yeah.
That
Huzzah!
was ludicrous. Like,
for a few machine guns, oh Jesus, and first aid kits you can't use.
yeah, I mean, I could technically pop one now if I wanted to, and then take one. But is that all that was in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Around first aid kit. And also a first aid kit on the
One
desk.
an annoying mechanic this game does the way Fallout does is you can be like, I'm going to hack this safe now, and the game just pauses around you while you're hacking the safe. Like,
Yeah.
if you're in the boss fight, Steinman will just be like, oh yeah, you just finish, I'll stay here.
I mean, he is a crazy man. So that one at the beginning, was that a particularly special slicer?
The one right at the start.
Slicer. Yeah, like it had the two like special claws and alarm.
Yes, there is a term for them. Yeah, you got seen by the camera. So in
Oh.
a second, those flying things will come for you.
I assume I just wait for them to stop being massive dick bags.
Because you remember there was that camera in that room, and you just happened to stand in front of the door too long.
Fine. Ow. No, too big.
Approaching a little sister is a criminal offense. Do not approach the
Is that where the teddy bears come from then?
But sorry.
The little sisters.
Yeah, they carry little teddy bears around sometimes. Actually, no, they don't. That was Bioshock 2 thing.
Sounds like another tunnel collapse. Welcome to Rapture, the world's fastest growing toilet joke.
Oh.
It's a little one. Here's your chance to get some Adam.
Do I kill it?
It's already dead. So now there's an unattended little sister, is what he was just telling you.
Stay away from her, or away from her, or away from her, or it is you who will be shot next.
Game glitch.
He's just looking for a wee bit of Adam, just enough to get by.
I'll not have him hurt my little ones.
It's okay, lad. It's not a child, not anymore, it ain't. Dr. Tenenbaum saw to that.
Bitte do not hurt her. Have you no heart?
Aye, that's a pretty sermon coming from the ghoul who cooked up them creatures in the first place. Took fine little girls and turned them into that, didn't you? Listen to me, Brian. You won't survive without the Adam those things are carrying. Are you prepared to trade your life, the lives of my wife and child, for Tenenbaum's Frankenstein?
Here.
There is another way. Use this. Free them from their torment. I will make it to be worth your while. Somehow.
So you can walk up to her now and it'll give you some choices.
Does it?
So-
Is it worth my while?
I'll leave it up to you, and I'll tell you afterwards what happens.
Thank you
Yeah, her eyes are...
for helping me.
The path of the righteous is not always easy, yes. The reward will become clear in time.
So,
Be patient.
you got 80 Adam for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bells playing you for a sap. Those things may look like wee little girls, but looks don't make it so. You need all the Adam you can get to survive.
So this was something that was massively criticised about this game.
Did you cross paths with another of them gatherers garden machines? Make sure you pick up a new plant or two. That's at the price they too dear are going.
So this is one of, yeah, this is one of those things that was criticised about the game. So it gives you this choice. It's like if you harvest a little sister, you get like 200 Adam or something. If you let them go, you get like 80. So it's meant to be like this moral choice. It's like, what do? Do you save the little girl, or do you get the Adam you need? It's incredibly undermined because actually, to get the most Adam you can in the game, you save all the little girls, because Dr. Tannenbaum and the little sisters start leaving extra Adam for you as a present for saving them at all the machines. And you get more Adam for saving them, which makes the moral choice pointless.
Well, it doesn't make the moral choice pointless though, because because in the end, saving them, your reward is actually that you get more. So saving them is the right thing to do.
It is, yes, but the whole point, it makes the moral choice. It does make the moral choice in that. Interestingly, this is one of the things to do with Atlas Shrugged, and this obviously, this game is largely based on Atlas Shrugged and what was wrong with it. One of the quotes in that book is that you cannot have morality without choice. If you have a good, like if you can't choose between good and evil, you can't be moral. And in this situation, the good choice is the moral choice. Therefore, there isn't actually a choice. There's no reason to do the bad thing, so you wouldn't do it. So you're not doing it for moral reasons.
It's not like at the end what you actually get is like an upgrade to something. So it's like what you get is it. But I suppose if you do the good thing, you end up with more. So I guess that would be to me. It's like it's kind of the short fix versus the long fix. It's that I can right this second burn off this little girl and get 200.
Yeah.
Or if I save her later on, I'll be able to get more stuff out of it. But it's like
but you wouldn't know that going in because I'm here to tell you that that's the case. But like my point is more that you can't really make a moral decision there with that information because you know what the best choice is.
Yeah. If I'd have got 200 there, I could have easily piss off. Oh.
Oh yeah, you do have to take one off. Don't go near little sister and he'll leave you alone.
He sounds very angry.
Yeah, when you shot at that splicer, you may have just shot the big daddy or the little sister, which will always make him angry to you.
Well, hello. He's a fast fella.
Yeah, they're very strong.
Reload. Ow. But I can just rescue her.
You just harvested her.
I hit Y.
Oh, okay. I thought you pressed the other one. It's like, Jesus. There are different endings to this game depending on what you do to them as well.
Oh, is that like 50-50 you get an okay ending?
If you save all of them, you get the canon ending, which is what Bioshock 2 follows on from. If you save, like, if you do like one, maybe two of them, you get like a grey ending, or it's being like, you were a bit of a monster, but you helped us out in the end, kind of ending.
You helped most of them, but you did the immoral thing when you needed it.
Yeah, and if you get rid of them all, you get like the bad ending.
That sounded really fucking creepy. Time for a nap, sweet angel.
I'm actually not sure what your current objective is.
This was all to set this. I need the Dr. Steinbroom key, didn't I? To open the door that I couldn't open before.
Oh yeah, to get to Neptune's bounty.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of backtracking actually.
Yeah, but you've not really covered like different areas. Like, I don't think there's as much. Like, I think it kind of implies there's more than there is.
Yeah. Oh, get off armor-piercing rounds, which I just used on that man. Completely by accident. Well, you've literally been with me the whole time, and is this water red, or is that just me?
That's
the
red.
Lights?
That is red water.
Oh, looks like the lights.
Yeah.
Anyway, should this be full of... There's a map? What does the map look like? It's over here. Bot shut down UN Venom Gene Bank. Gatherer's Garden. So I haven't missed anything special. Cool.
If you press the start button, which is the hamburger, you can see that you've got the two picture little girls, not the big daddies now, which says you've got all the little girls, the little sisters in the area.
I'm missing one director's commentary.
No, that's something you turn on and off.
So that they're saying I've got 80. I spent that on something. Is that how much I've collected?
That's how much you've currently got.
Oh, of course I saved another one, didn't I?
Yeah.
No. Wow, there's a lot of places.
I don't actually know if they all fill out, but I think they might. I mean, the game's like 6 to 10 hours.
Also, I'm guessing some of them are any of them optional areas?
Don't think so.
Also, when are we wrapping up?
11 o'clock probably.
Fair
We started late.
Yeah, no, we started. That's what I was asking. That's what I was curious. Das ist curious.
So check how long this game is. I think it's like 6 to 10
Yeah,
hours.
because like I was saying with like, splices, the one at the very beginning was the. She had two like hooks basically.
Yeah.
Nobody knows exactly what happened. Maybe he went mad. Maybe the power got to him. Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Whichever way you slice it, good men died. Me family's in a submarine hidden in the foundation of Fontaine Fisheries. I'll meet you there.
His family's going to be wrecked, aren't they?
Jesus. So there's a website called Game Lengths, which you can use to find out like averages. Apparently, the average game time for Bioshock is 15 hours, so it might take us a few weeks to get through. We might come back to the Nuzlocke and come back to this, so that you can see all of your different things equipped first.
Okay, so I have 2 plasmids currently equipped.
Yeah.
And I can change telekinesis now for Fiery Doom Doom.
Yeah. So the shortest time someone's clocked on Game Lengths, not like speedrun, is 2 hours 12 minutes. The average is 15 hours. The longest 102.
Jesus.
To complete a single playthrough.
That must have been on purpose, though. Like,
they must have been like deliberately dicking around in every corner, or it might be someone who's just like left their control and like gone to make a coffee.
Yeah, but yeah. So I currently have 1 physical, 1 engineering,
2 combat,
2 combat. And how do I get more of those?
You will be able to unlock them as you go along.
So, do you know if to save me having to come back? Do you know which ones I'll need?
No, I do not.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just leave the 2 I've got, and then we'll see how that goes. It's fine.
Whenever you're going to need one, though, there will be a Gatherer's Garden nearby.
Yeah, I figured that. I just didn't want it to be like, you need fire straight off the bat, like this door here or something. Just be like, God damn it. Saw a red thing. What's this DAS?
It's a little sister gun.
She crushed under that.
Potentially. You did see a big daddy over there. She's actually probably not been crushed. She's probably been killed by a splicer for her, Adam. 91 days without an accident.
See that one? It's got the hook.
Yes. I think they're called spider slicers. I can't remember. They're a pain in the arse. Yeah, who calls them a garden? They're spider slicers. They can teleport.
Well, she looked like she jumped, but
no, you'll see that they like turn it into like petals and move around very quickly.
Yeah, I just saw the petals falling.
Yeah, that's their thing.
But there's a dead one there. It's had its hands chopped off. Because there its hook hands.
Yep.
I assume I have to fight them sooner or later. Sooner rather than later.
They're a pain in the dick, if memory serves. Yeah, so it's somewhere overhead.
It's not gonna one-shot me, which means I can shock it to death, so... Oh. Kill Big Daddy?
I mean, you can fight him if you want, but similarly, like, and you probably will need to. But you can just go over there and like walk past him, and you can see he won't actually fight you.
Yeah, but like I want to get some... I want to save them all, so... I want a different gun.
Oh, he has a rivet gun.
I would rather he didn't. Okay, where has she just gone? I assume once they're rescued, they go find somewhere safe and run away.
Yeah, they run into the holes in the walls.
And then go back to... Because I assume the doctor that turned them into this is actually, like, repenting, and that's why...
Yeah.
You have shown kindness to my little ones, but are you really a friend to us? Regardless, a little one brings you a gift to demonstrate our appreciation.
You meet her later on if you because you've been nice to her. There you go. Because you've been nice to her, like Big Daddy's. Yeah, no, there's fish in here. Because you've been nice to her, like then she'll be nicer to you later on when you meet her, and she'll have like her things be near you. Like they'll be the ones you've rescued will be around there, floating around with her. Whereas if you kill them all, she's kind of hostile towards you.
Hostile or actually actively hostile?
There's a plot point she's involved in, but which means she has to slightly help you, but she is not happy about it.
Or she's very, very happy about it. Aw. I can't actually have a rivet gun. Oh, sneaky turret! Why is that a rivet gun, but not a rivet gun I can use?
Because it's a Big Daddy weapon, it's too heavy for you. Oh, Blighttown flashbacks.
What's that? Like sniping things?
No, it's the actually the aesthetic. The kind of like boggy wooden blocks and things.
Yeah. Awesome. Hello. Okay, I'm getting shit tons of ammo again now. I was like, I'm running a little bit low, and then Upper Wharf and the Wharf Master.
Obviously, this doesn't show up on stream. It's really annoying me. There's a light, and one of my neighbours has an outside light that's going, and the bulb keeps getting brighter and darker and brighter and darker. It's really annoying.
There's nothing else in this room, so I have to go. Oh, where? Where is the angry man? Oh, he's over there. Okay, more of you have just spawned in. Ow, you had a grenade in your hand at the time, you asshole. Where'd your friend go?
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I thought I missed the first shot, which is why I fired a second one. It's fairly good at the auto aim.
You see, playing this with you now, it's like got me to give me like doing arrow control let snope would be either a good or a terrible idea. Because like, there's obviously like the tension of like Bioshock that occasionally you're like, "Nyeh." Like playing like a horror game together, it'd be like that'd be a terrible plan.
I don't like horror games normally. The reason I don't like horror games is because I don't like jump scares.
Neither do I.
But like an atmospheric horror game, sure, and yes, it will have jump scares in it. Where do you keep coming from? Jesus. Screw the lot of you.
So that actually, if you press it and hold A again, I recommend re-listen to that one because that one has some informed plot details in it.
about dispensation. But the boys tell me the keys are pretty unreliable. Sisters, cousins, anybody in the ballpark genetically will be able to come and go as they see fit.
So that's important.
Because it means you can use them, which means you're related to Ryan and or someone in the inner
So,
circle.
yeah, you've met a couple of people who can use them. Yourself included, which means it implies that there is something going on, which means that either they're completely unreliable or you are in some way related to one of these people.
Because I'm guessing the guy I'm talking to can use them, as can the person that came to try and get me out and died to the...
Yeah.
Should probably be looking elsewhere. Oh.
And there's little sister leaving the gift, which includes 200 Adam.
Hypnotize a Big Daddy in 12 long piercing rounds. You know what? I'm not going to use it. But thank you otherwise. Purchase gene upgrades. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But now also have a lot of options, I guess. So all of these are equips, right?
Yep.
So none of them are passives. They're all equips.
Mm. Sorry, someone do go on your... They should say on them somewhere.
Gain a little extra health from snacks. No, that's fine. First aid kits also give you Eve. It's fine. Reduce all physical damage. Freeze your foes in place. Okay, so that would be a new
Blast is a new plasmid, yeah.
Create a decoy that draws to sun boom.
If you press Y, you can preview what it does as well. So.
Yeah, so they are. I'm guessing they are plasmids. If I can preview them, they're probably plasmids.
I'd recommend straight off the bat taking health and plasmid upgrades.
I was just gonna take all three of those.
That seems like upgrade Eve, slot means you can equip 3 plasmids as well.
Yeah. Oh, I could just crack 2.
You can if you want. You can now equip 4 plasmids.
I'm also going to do that. And that. I know I can't buy those ones necessarily now, but
yeah, you've got considerably more health than Eve.
Now, where do I equip plasmids?
You need to go to the different upgrade station.
Oh, wrong button. Give me my wrench back. Suck a dong. Whee! One shot.
Yep.
Can say.
Oh god, we're singing Enya.
This is the wrong way to go. I was expecting fish cakes, if I'm perfectly honest with you.
Here's a bucket of fish. What's inside it? Bullets.
Back here again. Interesting. Big Daddy kill.
There's a good photo someone posted Reddit the other day. It's like, I bought a safe for the first time and Fallout has trained me what to store in it. It's like a photo of his safe with like 3 bullets, a can of Coke, and $3. Video game logic. Welcome to the circus of value.
Is there anything actually worth buying here?
Probably not for you.
Hack only E-Piper. So you think I'd buy potentially some more armor piercing, but 12 is fine actually.
You do have the disadvantage because we went with playing on the easier mode for the stream, is that you don't really need a lot of stuff. You're kind of rolling in money and stuff at the moment.
I thought I'd hit his head off for a second then. Ow. Am I supposed to go under here or over?
I'm not sure, I can't remember.
There was an option for both. Okay. That's a safe number.
Yep, you can hack it.
I assume it's going to hurt to hack. You know what? F it. I'm rolling in money.
Fair enough.
Like, why the hell not, right? No, let me listen to the... Look at wall while listening to diary entry.
How good is that battery? It's like still shocking him like presumably like a year later.
Safe, honest, it's the best. Oh, it's got a picture of Abraham Lincoln on it. Honest, it's the best. Honest Abe.
Nice, I never noticed that before.
That looks like a valuable. No, I did not mean to fire it back again.
You can't carry anymore.
Okay. See, that actually to me is from I am using Dishonored logic there.
Dishonored came out much later than this.
I know, but in that
Actually,
game,
no, not that much later. Hang on.
you had I'd say
2 years.
12.
2012, you reckon? Yeah, that's probably about right. I'd say 2011, 2012.
Why are you not dying? You took about 10 hits. I guess 12, 'cause it's a game I've played more recently, unless I picked it up late.
October 2012.
Huh, late 12 as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so down was definitely the wrong way. Well,
It wasn't the wrong way, it's just a different way.
that didn't take me to my goal. I would rather just kill you, if I'm honest. Can you just pop down? Because you're nuts. I'm completely full of bullets.
In the good way.
Yeah. In the way that means I don't have to worry
You have
about
exploding shotgun bullets? Nice.
I got 4 off of that that dude. Who are you?
Radioed on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if your heads up to the Wharf Master's office and find old Peach a research camera, maybe I could manage an invite.
Oh, the research camera.
What's that?
I forgot that mechanic.
My friend, you are fucked. I'm guessing I have to fight one of these things now.
Yeah, now you have to fight a spider slicer. You may have just made it incredibly easy for yourself.
Why wouldn't you fall down?
Because they hook into the ceiling.
I'm more saying, why is she not like falling down to electricity?
Because she hooks into the ceiling, so even when she's shocked, she's like still hooked
No, I mean
in.
on the floor there I kept hitting her
Oh.
and she wouldn't shut.
You'll find something to keep you alive. Now,
Oh.
get the camera and then snapshots of those that crawls on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the visual.
I'm just gonna put that away.
So now you've got to use the research camera to take a photo of one of those things on the ceiling before it kills you.
Where is the camera then? That's fine. So I shoot, find camera, find one of those creatures, take a photo of it, then...
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake, why do you keep exploding when I kill you?
They're Junkrats.
Oh, don't say it like that. Do I auto heal if I get low health, or do I have to?
You do not auto heal now.
I suppose you do it at instant speed, so
yeah. So there's plenty of like little corners for you to like dick around in this game.
So I'm looking for some more E-pipe. I'm actually burning through it faster than I thought I would. At first I was like, yeah, I'm never going to need E-pipe. Ooh, what's that?
That's the gene mag. That's the one where you can actually change your loadout.
Oh, okay, cool, right.
It's on the other side, like the circus of the what's it was on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. I may as well equip all of them.
Yeah.
May as well, because I have them there.
Hypnotize Big Daddy is not an ability I ever particularly got along with in this game. it's useful, like, but you have to. It's kind of really like corner case because you have to be in an
Other
area
options.
with a Big Daddy and a lot of enemies. You can be like, I'll walk out, I'll hypnotize Big Daddy, and he'll shoot all the splices for 20 seconds.
Why does my hand look like this?
Yeah, the reload is worse. That thing that it comes out is part of your hand. That grows out of your hand.
So I assume if I throw that, yeah, I can see it. I can see the grim little like.
It comes out of like an opening in your hand. It's
This
like,
is the way your hand's like. It's like electro form, psychic form, fire form.
Fire form. No, I like the fire form is like.
Yeah, because it's like.
It's obviously it's like set to click your fingers. It's the
yeah. Okay, it looked like the flame went off in that direction, but it ignited there.
It's him clicking his fingers.
Yeah.
And that's like gribbly.
Gribbly is a word for it. Where the heck is this stupid research camera then? I will now blindly follow the arrow. Because I feel like this is going to be a bit of a bullshit mission. Proximity mines.
Yeah, you can shoot them out with a grenade launcher. It's what that Big Daddy did too early, because you remember you after the fight you were like, what's this thing over here? And boom, in your face. It's because it shot a proximity mine at you.
Oh, the Big Daddy. Awesome. I'm gonna fight it. Am I aiming at it currently?
Cast Hypnotise Big Daddy at it.
Huh?
You can cast Hypnotise Big Daddy at it.
I could.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work after it's aggro to you. I forgot that.
Thank you, James, for nearly getting me killed. I suppose I should probably use this stupid thing then.
I mean, it's using it, it's one at you.
Can you kill little sisters?
Only by walking up to them and using the kill command.
I nearly hit the wrong button then. I was like, I need to hit Y.
I think the first time I played it, I did hit the wrong button at one point. I was like,
what is the difference then? Do you basically just tear out a heart or something?
Spine.
Oh. Oh.
I don't think it actually animates that though. It's just like, you go like, and then they just go, ugh.
You basically break their neck. I only have 2 electric shot though. And 4 explosive. Oh. I assume 7533 is a number I need to remember.
I don't know. It might be a red herring, but you probably need it. I can't remember.
Well, it sounds like an optional because she said about being a room. Who's that? Why? Oh! Fucking ladder.
So there's your explanation for what's going on with Adam and Eve.
Oh, the sea slug.
Yeah.
I listened to that again because I was too busy fighting a fucking turret.
I saw one of these smugglers having a game of catching on the docks today. And this surprised me because his hands were crippled during the war. He was unloading the barge the other day when he was bitten from this sea slug. He woke up the next morning and he found he could move his fingers for the first time in years. I asked him if he still had that sea slug. As luck would have it. He did.
Oh, so the idea is that animal had a magical power, basically.
Yeah, so the basic pseudoscience of the game is that because they built their city on the bottom of the ocean, they discover these sea slugs that basically have the key to genetic engineering.
Where's the camera?
I think the concept they use, I can't remember off the top of my head, is basically that they basically give you like stem cell regenerative things.
Mhm.
If the alarm goes off, you go to that and you press A, and you can go.
Oh, okay. So I can't blow it up. I can't
No.
detonate it from here.
So like basically, like they find the ability to be like, oh, we can like just fuck with people's genomes really easily, and in ways whichever way we want.
No. No, whoa.
Runs the bot thing down there.
Yeah, I got it. Ah, there's the jump button. Sure.
This Fontaine fellow is somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace, to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. The kind with vision.
So what is the disadvantage of blowing up cameras?
There isn't one.
Oh, okay. It just seemed right at the beginning when I was like, should I blow the camera? And you're like, I wouldn't.
I didn't think you were talking about blowing it up. I thought you were talking about walking around it, like being seen by it.
Yeah, I was curious as to what would happen, but like I figured I could just blow them up.
You can just blow them up.
Sweet. I suppose in the long... I suppose if you're playing a more,
If you're playing a harder mode, they eat bullets.
Yeah.
You can't carry anymore.
Okay, so I just reloaded, but it counts pre-reloaded.
It counts a total, yeah.
Yeah.
The research camera looks just like one you'd see topside. According to this magazine article I scrounged up, it can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, and lots of other $5 words.
I wonder why it gives me bot shutdown. Ow. I despise RPG turrets. They seem annoying.
Everyone else.
Well, it just blew all of the bits off of this desk.
And you kept picking them up with telekinesis. Yep.
And also I wanted to actually like take them because they were loot items, but I spent more of my time throwing them around. That was a big daddy body. Sure. So there's all the loot that's on the table. Right, is the camera still up? It's not. Did I throw a big daddy body at some point?
Probably. Eve.
Hmm?
Eve.
Yay. Curious as to what the ticking noise is. These look like cells. This is the way I came in. Let's go this way. I can hear another camera. Where is it currently scanning from? Looks like the way I'm supposed to go. That looks like the way I'm supposed to go. Right, let's go find this other camera. Blow it out of its hinges now. Took me a second to realise what that was. I was like, is that a... Oh, it is. Fine. Where's this last camera? I can hear it. Unless
hear it through the wall.
Unless the panning happens even when the camera's broken.
No, it's probably just like you can just hear it in another area.
Okay, I assume it's going to make me use a different
box of Bibles.
Hmm?
Box of Bibles. Which is relevant because they're next to smuggler's stuff, and because at start one of the whole things, one of his old tenets about the place was there's no religion, no gods or kings. But people smuggled religion in because, you know, people like their religion.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Good for you.
So here's a hooky man.
Yep, he's stuck in that room.
Okay. How do I let him out?
Why do you want to?
No, I said, how do I let him out?
Yes, why do you want to?
So I can kill him?
He's basically there to illustrate the camera.
To what, sorry?
To illustrate how to use the camera.
How do I snap? There you go.
Spider slicer.
Does he just want spider slicers, does he?
Well, yeah, he wants some information. So you got bonus damage to them now. And they're vulnerable to anti-personnel rounds.
Can I take 3 of the same one? I have to pitch
no,
them
you
3
need to
different
get 3
splices.
Yeah.
Okay, and how do I... Okay. Also, I want to see what's in his room. What if I piss up all the shots?
What do you mean?
I only have 12.
12 what? Oh, the camera.
I only have 12 rounds.
I don't know.
I'm curious, hold on.
Oh, it
No
was
subject in view, so I have to take photos of something. Is it always have to be the spiders then?
Don't think so. Because you can use them on Big Daddies and stuff as well to get more damage to Big Daddies.
Leadhead splicer. C. Well, he is on fire. Vulnerable to fire. You're already dead. Okay. Something just...
That's Discord, I forgot to close it.
That's what I just heard like dink, and it sounded like it could have potentially came from this game. Oh.
Shortcut.
Does that turn?
So now if you aim into that camera...
I might already have a picture of him, he's different. Yeah, he's a leadhead again.
Yeah, he's too far away if you get like a good amount on him.
No, but I've already got leadhead, so...
You can plasmid that camera.
I didn't take the plasmid.
Oh, okay.
Is that camera gonna see me?
If you walk in front of it.
Not anymore. I cannot carry any more shotgun rounds. I'm too full of shots. Shots, 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 shots. Little girls.
Eventually.
Lockbox that is locked. Is unlocked, sorry.
If things weren't bad enough, seems that even our water system sprung a leak. Yep, that's right.
irrigation system in Arcadia is taking on seawater. I told Mr. Ryan when we were building this place, either you build her like a bathtub, or she's going to turn into a sewer. No, McDonough, he said. We're not going to build no bathtub. You have the research camera?
Oh.
Guess it's time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place.
Guys listening to the other thing.
If things weren't bad enough, seems that even our water system sprung a leak. Yep, that's right. Irrigation system in Arcadia is taking on seawater. I told Mr. Ryan when we were building this place, either you build her like a bathtub, or she's going to turn into a sewer. No, McDonough, he said. We're not going to build no bathtub. We're going to build Eden.
What are you? More lead heads, damn it.
It also grades the quality of photo you've taken.
Yeah. But because it's asking me to take 3 photos of 3 different people.
Yeah.
And I took a photo of that one in the room, and I've taken a photo of a lead head. But I need to find a picture of something else. Jet postal? Oh. Bonus action shot. Oh, I need to take 3 photos of those guys specifically. Are you also one of those? No, you're not.
So you start to see what happened, because you can see that Tannenbaum found this amazing stuff, but the other scientists weren't willing to talk to her because she was just some crazy woman. So she resorted to dealing with this man Fontaine, who was a smuggler. But you've also heard...
You son of a bitch.
So you've also heard Ryan talking about Fontaine being like, he's a kind of criminal who's never there when you want to, like, where he should be. He always gets away with it. Like, so you know he's a crook.
Hmm.
I'll be picking up the brass, so not to worry, Squire. And why would you be doing that, says he? Well, Mr. Ryan, profit or not, no man bails water out of privies built by Bill McDonough. Next day I finds out I'm Ryan's new general contractor.
So that reflects on something from Atlas Shrugged, which is the concept of like the hard work person. Of like, his thing is, I don't care. Like, you told me to do this thing, but the spec you gave me wasn't good enough, so I'm doing it the right way anyway, because this is how it has to be done. And he's like, I don't care if you pay me, if like you won't pay for the difference. This is how it happens. Like, no one's gonna be bailing it out. Something I've built. If I've built it, it's gonna be built to scratch. And then, so Ryan's like, that is the attitude I want. You are rewarded for it.
Hmm.
Sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding to speak about this Fontaine business. I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this keeps going on. And this, genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can.
I'm curious as to why. Oh. Well, lots of things in the toilets. It's just hit 11 o'clock, I don't know if you want
It
to.
has, yes.
Is there a place nearby here that's a reasonable
I was hoping
place
we'd finish with the research camera, but it might take a little bit longer.
I don't mind pausing here.
I'm trying to remember where you got to last week with the thing. You stopped taking photos of things, though.
Hmm?
You have stopped taking photos of things.
I need to take one more photo of another splicer. Like a another spider splicer.
Yeah.
I need to find another spider splicer. But it's up to you if you want to just hang it up for today.
I think we should be okay. We should be able to film in the next few minutes. If we get to 10 past, I think we'll just call it. But
Okay, I was about to sneak through there anyway. I need to find.
don't run around. Like, just do what you're going to do, and then if we don't come across it, we'll just.
Well, no, that's the way I've already been that way.
Okay.
That's the other end of a corridor. That was all. That was the place I just shocked into. Oh, film. There you go.
Can't see the wolves in the woods. Fontaine fella. He's a crook and a property.
Ah.
He's got the add-on, and that makes him the governor. Sinking the profit back into
No, I want.
It was them Fontaine poorhouses. Like Fontaine recruiting centres. What we know here, bloke's gonna have a big army of spiders. We're gonna have ourselves
It's gonna be full of ammo, isn't it? Automatic hack tool inside the set. Trapdoor spider. It's like Adam's thing in all the games, like trapdoor spider. Right, where in the pissing hell are you creatures? Come on. Just one of you come out somewhere. Run around aimlessly now for 5 minutes. Yeah, see, that would have led back up to there, so I currently have no I thought I just heard someone pull a grenade pin. I've not been this way yet. Ooh. That sounds promising. Is that the third photo?
There you go.
Yay! Should we just call it there then?
Yep.
I can call it at this door basically, and I have to
Yeah.
explore this area, then go back. So we can call it there. I'll
So we'll
remember
save that. Let's go
okay.
for new save. Be fine. So equip.
Go to Windows.
Yeah, go through over to Windows.
Ugh.
So, Bioshock.
Tis good.
Yeah,
tis a good game.
I think some of the things don't hold up. I think, as I said, I don't think that like the boxing you in really holds up.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. It's just kind of like it's not quite a puzzle, but it's kind of like
it has a habit of just like
this is a room full of obstacles. Get through them.
Yeah.
Here's the next room full of obstacles.
Yeah, which is a fairly classic gaming trope.
I mean, it is 10 years. Like it's 10 years old, so
Yeah,
I mean, like what else came out in 2007?
Well, we can have a quick look actually. Let's go.
Like what?
Video games.
When was Oblivion?
Really? Was that 2000?
I said no. I said when was Oblivion? I've got no idea.
I think it was earlier than that.
Portal, Halo 3, Modern Warfare,
Bioshock, Guitar Hero, Super Mario Galaxy. I mean, it was a fairly big year. I mean, well, all years are going to have a lot going on in games.
Yeah.
Game releases. What have we got? 2007. World of Warcraft Burning Crusade.
I'm trying to see any
big releases there.
There's probably quite a few. Just Sims.
Yeah.
One of the Sims. Tekken 5.
Jade Empire was 2007. Jesus, that's much later than I thought it was. Bullet Witch. Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Lots
God of War 2.
Lots of games is what we're finding out. Stalker, Shadow of
Oh
Chernobyl.
god, this is the reason this. I just saw. I thought this was by month. This is by day. That's why it's like. That's not that many good games. Oh, we should probably look for like major releases.
Yeah, might be. I mean,
Let's stick with this list up here. Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, God of War 2, the Orange Box, which is where I got Portal from and never played
Witcher, Uncharted: Drake's Fortune, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. So the last game in the Half-Life series came out 10 years ago.
World of Warcraft,
Lord of the Rings Online, Mass Effect.
So like, Peggle.
Crisis.
I played a little bit of Crisis. It's good.
Legend of Zelda: The Phantom Hourglass.
That's on DS. I've got that at home.
Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Part of the first time Puzzle Quest came out.
Ratchet and Clank. So like you think like this compared to Assassin's Creed and the start. I mean, the start of the game is completely different.
Oh yeah.
It's that kind of like you say. It's this puts you in a bot. I mean, I would love an open world Bioshock game, and I don't know if 2 or Infinite do that. I think
not really. Infinite, you have a lot more freedom, but
is Infinite more like Dishonored in the way that you have this massive level and like
it went completely the other way?
Because like Dishonored is like that. It's linear. You have an objective. You get from A to B, but there's like 15 ways to do it.
Bioshock Infinite is an updated version of the same in that you do still have like the just fight your way through this area, but it's a little bit more modernized. It's a little bit more fluid. A little bit.
Yeah.
It also has Elizabeth, which is the single greatest, in my opinion, like non-player character you interact with in games. She is actually genuinely. Things start to go a bit off the rails at times when like you get backstory and stuff, but she's genuinely interesting. Like because she spends most of her life like locked away in a room, not allowed to interact with the world. She has like this genuine joy for everything she sees, and it's kind of infectious. You get to the point where you start where like she's never useless as well in combat. She's never a problem. She's just like I will go find shelter and hides, and if you're doing badly, she'll be like, hey, Booker, which is your character's name, Booker in she'll be like, hey, Booker, I found you some ammo, and throws ammo across to you.
I found these shells.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Typically, it's in the form of like she doesn't throw like ammo. She'll be like if once you've killed a few guys, she'll go like I found some ammo and like throw you one of the guys you've shot's gun, and like you just catch it and use the ammo from it. But it's basically
catch
how it
rifle. Goes. Pop magazine out, throw the rifle away. It's like you could have done that, love.
Pretty much.
Crack.
And then some other stuff she does, which is kind of neat. I should probably I just realised I should probably pop to this because that's fuzzy as fuck. Because then we've got people popping up on the thing.
It's just like unload shotgun shells one by one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shotgun shells.
Pretty much.
One by one.
I mean, Bioshock 2 as well was made by a different company.
Okay.
And it shows at times. It had a wonderful trailer.
Yeah.
I won't bring it up actually.
Because obviously you go then, if you look at games like Dishonored, it has the same sort of thing of it's a linear puzzle game, kind of. But you can either A, shoot through the whole lot, B, sneak through the whole lot, C, a bit of both, D, stealth kill everyone. You've got so many options, but you still have a linear level of you start at A, you have to get to B, and you do it.
Stealth only really comes up in Bioshock in Burial at Sea Part 2.
Because that is the mechanic of the game.
Yeah, so if I'm going to have a look at all the Bioshock DLC is Bioshock Infinite DLC.
There you go, like 5th one down.
Yeah, because there's Burial at Sea Part 2. There's another one I think. It's just jumping straight to Burial at Sea. I mean, Burial at Sea is the best one, really. Maybe it was the only one because it's just come up as Burial at Sea and Burial at Sea Part 2. Episode expansion for the first for prequel Bioshock Infinite. PlayStation 4, blah blah blah. Development pre-release, critical reception, controversy, graphics for violence. Yeah, that had some controversy.
Why is that?
So, at the start of Bioshock Infinite, so Bioshock is about objectivism. which is what we'll talk about with Atlas Shrugged, is a concept of like you have object good and bad, basically. Like anything that benefits you is good, anything that is bad for you is bad. It's the really simplified version of it. Like your greatest goal in life is your own happiness.
Yeah, which is fair.
Which is it's a way of looking at things. Whereas Bioshock Infinite is about jingoism, which is sort of your nationalistic pride sort of type of thing. It's way of looking things. In particular, there's a famous post that appears in it a lot. Like it's like Uncle Sam needs you to do
I have
X,
that
Y.
pinned to my wall.
Yeah.
Because it came in a gaming magazine that had 2 or 3 Bioshock in it. It's like The Crow is Always Watching and stuff like that.
Yes. That kind of thing.
I've got that on my wall currently at home.
But right at the start of Bioshock Infinite,
it's like the Tommy gun poster as well, like the Tommy guns for.
They're like you walk through and there's like a gathering of people, and there's like a lottery to pull like who wins and what do you win, and the winning thing is there is if memory serves, I can't remember what the crime is. I think the crime is that there is a black man who slept with a white woman, and your winning prize is you are given a rock to throw at him, which caused some controversy. I mean, the whole point of the game was pointing out how wrong this was and how like this society was terrible. But obviously, giving the player the option, you have the option of not doing it, but like giving the player the option right at the start of the game of here, stone this black man for sleeping with a white woman, was like fairly controversial.
Yeah, as
you can well imagine. But anyway, we might get to that at some point if we play the other Bioshock games. I don't know if we will. I mean, you have them all. Maybe we'll get to them. I actually have all of them apart from the original Bioshock.
The original, yeah. I've got Remastered 2, and Infinite, so we'll see.
Because the reason is I played Bioshock on Xbox 360.
I did originally, but I was a lot... I mean, I think I played it when it first came out. And
you didn't play all of it?
No, I didn't. I was what? So that's 10 years ago now, so I would have been 12.
Jesus Christ, Dan, you're young.
So, like, a 12-year-old playing that game, I think it was a bit too much for me at the time.
It was probably quite scary.
Yeah, I think that was what put me off, was the first thing. It was like, here's this splicer creature, and I'm like, the lights went out. I'm going to stop playing now. And just, like, it's like, okay, the splicer came in, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk to the lights went out in this room. And it's like, the thing doesn't attack you. But, like, and I know now, even if it attacked me, it's like, okay, I have a health bar. Fine, it hits me, ideal. But 12-year-old me was like, oh god, it's dark.
Yeah.
And there's a splicer.
Yeah. I get that. I get that a lot. Like, I remember games that like freaked me out as a kid that I never played. Or even now there are games that... Because I've said this before, like, the thing with horror, in general for me, is like, for horror games and things is, they've got 2 things that can happen. Either they're not scary, and it's failed at its objective, and it's therefore boring. Or it scares you and it scares me and I don't want to be scared.
So there's a difference. I don't mind feeling atmospheric dread. I don't mind that. Yeah. What I dislike is being like, this is really... Oh, there's a clown face just poked out into my...
Like, this is one of the arguments I gave for Dead Space. I never played Dead Space. Because that game put me off in the first 2 minutes. Because it did one thing that I cannot stand in games. Which is, run, now, keep running, no explanation, run, you failed. It's like, I don't care anymore. Fuck you.
That's fair.
It's a handful of things. Basically, most of the things that really bug me in games are to do with time. When the game's like, no, you have to do this now. It's like, I'm a person who, like, in games from PlayStation 2 era, when achievements weren't a thing, where it wasn't like, explore the whole map to an achievement, I would go into every corner of the map until the map thing said 100% explored.
Yeah. See, the thing with Dead Space, again, was like, to me, it was quite scary when I first played it, but it is one of those ones where, at the end of the day, you are shooting monsters.
Yeah.
So it would be a case of you'd hear like clink, clink, and you'd be, what's the... And it would jump out of a wall and you go, ow, turn around, line gun its arms off, it falls down, stomp its head. Or it would grab you and pull you into a vent and it would be like, you basically have like 6 seconds to shoot it before it kills you. But like, okay, that's fine.
I'm curious what year Dead Space came out now. 2009 maybe? 2008. So the year after Bioshock.
Yeah, I liked Dead Space, it was okay. But one of the others I remember playing on PS1 and being terrified of was Dino Crisis.
I haven't played that.
I don't know when it was released. Have a look. It's probably the 90s.
Probably.
But it basically followed, and this is about all I played into it, was just like, you are working security, basically for like a place that has dinosaurs.
2003.
Okay. First release 99.
Okay.
But basically, you're working security in a place that has dinosaurs. I remember the first scenes in the game, it's just like, you're walking around in a dimly lit area where the lights keep flashing, and you just keep finding like puddles of blood and body parts.
Like
and just
99, so yeah.
You just keep finding body parts and like blood piles, and you're just like, and then you hear like, and you're like, and it's like, quick, go over to this room. Like, maybe you'll find something in there. And I'm like, I don't want to. That's where the screeching's coming from. And 9-year-old me doesn't like that.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing with those games as well. Like, that you look at now, I mean, Marathon. About the same time Doom came out. It's a really old first-person shooter of like that sort of era. So really poor graphics. They
should do that on that. It's great.
Maybe.
Oh well.
But like, where did it come out? 1994.
Was it basically Doom?
I mean, basically, it came out about the same time. It was made by Bungie. It's one of their early games.
Halo.
Yeah, same company. A lot of overlap. There's a lot of references to. There's a lot of references to Marathon in the Halo series. There's a lot of influences, like the number 7, Rampant AI, all that stuff comes from Marathon. But like, there's an enemy in that, and in the background, they just make like a sort of noise. And like, it's how effective those kind of games are, because the graphics were poor, but turning round was a difficulty, was a challenge to do it quickly. So you go into a room, it'd be dark, like you get like that light flash of like the era, things are pixely, and then you'd be like, okay, there's a terminal over here. Cause that game was very story dependent, unlike Doom. Like, you'd go to like a terminal to find out what was going on. You'd be like, okay, scare the shit out of you.
Well, it's like a lot of the time in Dead Space, like, you saw that happen. Like, you'd see an enemy come in front of you, and you'd be like, and you turn around and get hit, because it was like you started to figure out. They only came out, like, it wasn't that they only came out of certain panels, but they were like backlit fans, and that's where they burst out of, was that kind of breakable panel.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they were all over the place, so they could pop out of anywhere. But you start to get like a corridor full of backlit fans, and you're like, okay, in which case something's going to pop out at me, and you kind of just. Although literally the best gun in that game is the first one you get, which is basically you pull it off of an operating table, and you retrofit it to work, and it's called the plasma line gun, and basically
you can use it to cut off limbs.
Well, it has straight orientation, or it has vertical and horizontal orientation. You basically just go like arm, head, or legs. Arm. Like, it's just, you just vertical rotate, horizontal rotate, and you just take off what you need to. Especially bosses, it's like shoulder, and then neck, and then knee, and every other gun's like, okay, like, you get assault rifle, you get like a literal like beam gun, you get a flamethrower. It's like, these are all fine, but the best gun is just straight up.
Got to start.
Yeah, just straight up decapitating things, because headshots basically one shot, so just like pink.
You get that. It's
like
it's a shame actually that video games still haven't fixed a problem, and it's a problem that I don't know how much. It's one of those things that I think it's like, to someone who hasn't played video games for years, like both of us have played them for. We grew up with them. Yeah. Me even longer than you, obviously, because I'm considerably older.
Considerably, but yes,
better part of a decade. But they've still not fixed this problem, in that you go into a room, like I've recently been playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, and there are like occasionally you walk into a room, and in that one's a little bit different because it's a place that's slippery. You walk into a room and you immediately go, that wall is destructible.
Because you learn what's destructible.
No, it's not even that, because games all have the same issue. You build a wall in your engine, and it has like a visual effect on it. You put a destructible wall in your engine, and because it's not part of the same wall, like the lighting engine trips up on it, or the texture's slightly different, or something, like you'll walk past and be like, that wall's going to go. Yeah. And like you were saying, like Dead Space, you learn what the panels are.
Roughly where stuff would come out, or things like that.
I mean, I first noticed this in cartoons, like in the old-fashioned, like Hanna-Barbera, like Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, the stuff that's animated. You could see the barrel that was going to jump out, because the barrel was animated.
Because it was done on plastic layers, not on a computer. Like you could tell which door was the one that they could open, because the rest of them would be drawn, and then that one would obviously be on a plastic layer on top of it, so it'd be a slightly different shade from they taken the photo.
Yeah,
it was. But you still have that. And it kind of does ruin your immersion sometimes for horror and things. I mean, yeah. Anyway,
we should wrap
sign
up.
Off. We should wrap up. We had a bit of a chatter at the end. So,
Bioshock. We normally do that in the kitchen downstairs.
Yeah. Well, we can do
have that now.
Like last week, we had like while playing Pokemon, we had a good long talk about horror, about anime
and different stuff like that. But I suppose in Bioshock, it was a bit more like just every time you're about to speak, I was like, and activate.
Yeah, I saw you were doing so a couple of times when I was doing it. This was like I was explaining something like, oh, this, and you just go. Pressing play now.
Well, it wasn't that. It was more I found them, and I was like, I kept thinking that if they disappeared and I found another one, I wouldn't get to listen to that one. But although annoying, it was like the A button that just picks everything up is also the play button. So I was like, press A, search container. Look at ceiling, press A.
Yeah. So we'll probably resume Bioshock next week. I don't know actually if we're going to play all of it. Depends on you as well, because it's actually a lot longer than I thought it was.
I was going to say that was. I don't know how far in I got. I felt
I
felt like I made a lot of progress gameplay wise because it gave me a lot of tools to play with.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And I electrocuted everything.
I think I initially assumed it would be like a 2 to 3 week game, so I thought it was about 6 hours long. But judging by some things online, it looks like it could be quite a lot. Like I know for a fact because there are a couple of big events that happen that you are nowhere near yet. So they are definitely you're not even a quarter of the way in, I reckon. So we'll see. There might be a game that we play partway through. We might get to like the big twist, and then
we might, and we can go like halfway through switch to Nuzlocke, or halfway through switch to a one shot like Baby Daddy or whatever it was. I don't mind.
Dream Daddy. We'll play that. We might play that at some point. Maybe once all the hype died down, because otherwise we'll just be yet another group of people streaming it because it's very popular at the moment. We've been talking long enough. The controller's turned itself off in boredom.
Play with me.
So, next week we will be back for more Bioshock. Mm-hmm. So that's next Monday, 8:30 PM UTC. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, there is the standard Saturday stream, which, unless something else comes up, which I don't think it will.
So we're magicking and we're pre-releasing in the morning. So
and Tim, the guy I do the stream with, are going to play some. It's the new release for one of the new sets for Magic the Gathering, and you both play it.
Xixalan? I don't know. I don't keep track of it.
It might start a little bit late, but it should be alright.
Oh no, we should be back in time. It's whether or not Tim was going to be burnt out, but I don't think he will be. So
yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it may be we might be starting a bit late. But we should be running as normal. So that'd be Saturday, 4 PM UTC. That's all streams coming on. Still no date. I mean, we have done some plans. Myself and Will will be playing Zelda at some point soon, but we still have yet to set a time. We're not really good at that. Scheduling. We're both not shit at it. It's basically one of the reasons we do stream same time every week is because that way I can schedule it and I'll actually remember.
Also, whichever time you tell Will, tell him an hour before. Yes. It's like, we're meeting at 3, Will. We're starting at 4:30. We're meeting at 3.
I did a stream with him the other week. Obviously, we have to set up before stream. And as I told him it was at 4 o'clock, he showed up back at the house at 3:59. It's like, great, now we need to chroma key and get everything hooked up. Anyway, okay, so next stream, 4 PM UTC, Saturday for Dark Souls. And then we will see you 8:30 PM next Monday for more Bioshock.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.